want to welcome you back to my channel, and for those of you who are new, thank you for joining. In today's video, I have a project that I have to work on, and it has to do with landscaping. The landscaping is looking really pathetic. We have a fish fry that we're going to be hosting next weekend, and I wanted to try to get things squared away and looking decent outside. So in today's video, I'm going to be mulching my garden. I'm almost embarrassed to show you how bad everything is, but it's probably been at least a couple years since I mulched. I tried to spray some organic weed killer a couple days ago just to try to get some of these weeds killed off before we got started. But one of the things I want to point out, and I'm sure a lot of you probably are already doing it, but if you have a small area and you really don't have that much space to garden, just a suggestion is grow some edibles, meaning edible plants, not the stuff that you get you high, in your garden, and that way it serves as double duty. We have lots of herbs growing in here, so this is thyme. We have some rosemary. I have blueberries, several blueberry bushes that are back here. That one's not looking the best, but we'll work on that. And there's another one over there. But check this out. Look at these blueberries, are amazing. And I ate a few of them and they're super ripe. I'm just glad the birds haven't gotten them yet. But anyways, these were planted a couple of years ago. So I give it a couple more years and these will probably be really nice sized bushes that will help in the landscaping. And I have some various flowers planted in here, including some zinnias. And I actually collected some of my lavender, which is right there. I collected some lavender seed at the beginning of this year and germinated them. And there are a couple of lavender plants here and here that I planted this year, this spring actually. And so I plan on them getting really big and beautiful. But this is my lavender. Oh, it smells amazing. The landscaping's looking pretty bad right now, as you can see. Like some of the areas is just down to the bare dirt. So mulching is long overdue. We have a couple of daisies here. I need to get them watered here and here. And then some dahlias. I've planted them for the first time this year, here and here. This right here is my oregano bush. It's already going to flower, and I have some butterfly bushes back there. It looks like I have a sunflower back there as well. Right back there. And I have a couple of big weeds I'm gonna have to get out of there. Some daylilies, some rogue zinnias, some ground cover. My rose bush that's not looking very healthy. I'll have to prune that back, but the flower smells amazing when it's in bloom. Yes, so it's looking pretty rough right now. I have a peony bush right here. Need to prune that back a little bit. They had the most beautiful blooms on it in the spring. And check out my hydrangea. This is one hydrangea plant right here. It is absolutely enormous. I pruned it back last year and it just completely took off. Here's my hostas. They're not looking very good because we've been in a drought. I bet it's been 6 weeks since we've had a really good rain. I have some sunflowers, a hydrangea, a couple more hydrangeas back here, which I pruned this year, so I'm not expecting them to bloom this year because I pruned them. And then these hydrangeas are absolutely beautiful. Check this out. This is one head. If you can see, it's larger than my hand all the way across. It is absolutely beautiful. I love hydrangeas. Anyways, so you can see the before. And let's get started. So we didn't get it all done today, but what we got in the truckload, we finished. And this is what it looks like now. I know some of this might still look messy, but I have little plants in here that I just planted this year, such as this. This is some thyme that I planted. That's some lavender. And I have oregano planted in a couple of these areas that are still young. But come, I'm guessing next year, they should be a lot bigger. So, like this is oregano as well. So some of the areas where it looks like it's spotted with green, those are actual plants, whether they're flowers or herbs. But I need to water some of these plants. Like I said, it's been like 6 weeks. I feel like since we've had a good rain. We've had some sprinkling, but that just doesn't do it justice. So we got that far. We didn't do this section yet or anywhere down and around to the front corner of the house. But I think we made some good headway. And it's probably 90 degrees outside. It was not the best day to do this task. However, it was something that needed to be done. Like I said, we were hosting a fish fry next weekend, and I wanted it to look at least a little bit cleaned up. So check that out. Look how beautiful those are. And oh my gosh, those blueberries. I don't know if you've ever tasted fresh, ripe blueberries right off the bush, but it is so good. And so sweet. But I will finish mulching tomorrow, and I will show you the completed project when it's all finished. Today is day 2. I got my working clothes back on. We're going to go ahead and finish this up. Todd went and got a second truckload. If you notice, there's a lot of weeds I need to still pull before I lay the mulch down. But we just have this little area because all my bushes are getting nice and big and filling in, which my goal is by next year, for sure within 2 years, it will all be filled in. We'll all have to do very minimal mulch. And Todd also reminded me, I guess we did do mulch last year. Yeah, so we're going to finish this project through here, adding some mulch. I gotta pull some weeds through here and through here. That organic weed killer is amazing. This is what I sprayed a couple days ago, and you can see it's already dying. If you would like to see what that organic mix is, let me know and I'll do a quick video on that so you can see the recipe. But there's not a whole lot more left in terms of mulching. Yesterday it took approximately, I'm going to say close to 1.5 hours to 2 hours or so to mulch what we did. My daughter helped me, thank goodness, but she is not here today, so it's just me. But like I said, we got the bulk of it done yesterday, so we're going to go ahead and finish this up. Oh, and I want to trim these bushes too. I guess I need to go do that first to trim these bushes up. So I'll be right back. So this is what I am using. This is a Black & Decker electric hedge trimmers. I by no means am a professional hedge trimmer, but I know these bushes need to be trimmed up. So it's really easy to use. Basically just hit the button back and then you press on this handle, but still be very careful because these are very, very sharp. Okay, so it's not perfect, but it's a lot neater, that's for sure. This is the pile that I got from it. So now I'm going to continue with the mulching. So I got the creeper job going on after I did some of the mulching, and I knew I trimmed up those bushes. I decided I probably should trim up these bushes. So I'm going to go ahead and do that next. Okay, so now that I have these trimmed and this trimmed, and Todd already asked me, why'd you trim this so much shorter? Well, the problem was I had a bush that died over here and I had to replace it, so it's growing at a slower rate, and I'm just trying to get it as close to that size as possible. I imagine here in the next year or so they should all be about one size height-wise. So I went ahead and I trimmed this up. I might trim it a little bit better, but anyways. Okay, now I'm back on to finishing up the mulching. And this is the after. I know some of these plants don't look the best. This one I just transplanted because it was way back in the corner growing underneath that evergreen, and I wanted to move it up here. We'll see how it does. Need to give these plants a good watering. But my goal by next year, or within the next 2 years, is to have all of this completely filled in where there's hardly any mulch showing. And these hostas look really bad right now. I'll have to pop a picture up as to how beautiful they were the beginning of spring. But it is definitely way better than what it was. Looks a lot tidier and neater. I want to thank you for watching, and if you've been watching this far, I hope you liked what you saw, and consider subscribing. Till next time, thank you for watching.